Welcome in. It is Clippers talk. I don't know. It's kind of in between, a normal show and a night show. And I got to change my heading for this show because I didn't. It still says we're playing Orlando. This is going to be a Kings preview and red jersey show, red jersey talk. All right. I'm sorry. I had to put that in. Saved. We're good now. Appreciate you guys. I think we got some people in here. J Dog was first. Woo, I was waiting all day for some Clipper talk. That makes me happy. Honestly, your guys' encouragement keeps me going on this marathon of not missing a show. I don't know how long it's been now. I'm guessing at least a month because I started a little bit before the preseason started. And now we're just about a month into the regular season. When was the Clippers' first game, guys? Do you know? Was it the 23rd? Was it the 21st? I can't remember exactly. By the way, my background will be the Intuit Dome Court tomorrow. It's an in-season tournament contest. Clippers taking on the Sacramento Kings. We'll have your full preview here. Coming up on this very show, I've dropped the ball on something. We got this Intuit Dome hat here. And I think I need to switch things up because I messed up and I gave out two keywords. And the first two were "it's Norman." And the third one was going to be time. Like I said, if it's Morphin time, it's Norman time, the Powell Rangers. But he's out right now. So I think I'm going to have to change things up, and I'll just give it away to the best comment in this show. That's what it's going to be. Best comment in this very show, giving away the Intuit Dome hat. Had an extra one of these tonight within the next 45 minutes to an hour here. J-Dog is a Clippers sicko. Basketball sickos are welcome here. I need content on days off and game days. Me too. Robert's talking about the red jersey. We'll discuss it. I'll put that up in a little bit here. J-Dog thinks it was the 23rd. That was the Clippers' first game. Let me see if I can find that on the schedule on ESPN. I think it gives the dates there. I think you might be right. So we're just about, the 23rd. Wednesday the 23rd, October 23rd. The unfortunate overtime loss to the Phoenix Suns. First of 4 straight losses to start off Intuit Dome, where they've righted that ship in a big way. They have now won their last 6 games at Intuit Dome, including a victory last night over the Orlando Magic. Final score 104-93. Just to put a bow and a couple more comments to tie up some loose ends on that game last night. So I really like the way they started the game. This came from our head statistician, Chris Taylor, not the baseball player. Zubac scored their first 6 points of the game. Then they kind of got away from him. They forgot about Big Zoo. Nowadays, everybody want to talk. They got something to say. But then in the third quarter, they started to go back to him. That has been a pattern with this team. They get into the half. They go, oh, yeah, we still got to beat Zubac on this team. We should probably go to that matchup a little bit more often right now. And they get back to it. And he scored 8 of their first 11 points then in the third quarter. I really think that's a recipe for success. That third quarter, they outscored Orlando 30-21. The Clips went 65% from the field in the third, 11 of 17 shooting against Orlando, whereas the Magic shot just 7 of 19, 37% in that third quarter. That's when the Clippers really opened it up. But they had that 17-2 run in that third quarter. They were up 85-66, and then Orlando had a 9-0 run, and it was a 10-point game. But the Clippers closed some quarters strong. First and second quarter, I think they had a 6-1 run to end the first quarter, and then a 7-2 run to end the second quarter. And I want to say that included some James Harden free throws or a bucket late. And then maybe they also had, and they do have a knack for this, going back to last season, Norman Powell is, I think, the best on the team when it comes to hitting a shot at the end of the quarters. But I want to say end of second quarter, it was, James Harden knocking down a free throw after Kevin Porter Jr. got a big jump shot to go with 15 seconds left. That was a big shot. It was a tie game at 54, 35 seconds left, and they end up being up by 3, 57-54, after KPJ with that bucket and James Harden going 1 of 2 from the line. Yes, there was that replay that went down, and it was a personal foul on Anthony Black. They reviewed it. The call stood, so that went against Orlando there, and the Clippers are up by 3 heading into the half. And then it was Kevin Porter Jr. with that bucket with 58 seconds left at the end of the third quarter that got them up by, when the score was down to 85-75, as I had mentioned there. They got them back up by 12 entering the fourth at 87-75. But again, just to recap, Clippers went plus 25s on the boards yesterday against Orlando. That is a good rebounding team. And it made up for them having 25 turnovers, basically. What up, 3 dozen? Oh, they announced a day, all right. I'm going to give it to you here in a second, Jeffrey. So the Clippers won a game last night against Orlando that had won 6 in a row, and hopefully they're going to beat the Lakers tonight, although they're down a couple at the half. But they had held every opponent under 100 points. Well, the Clippers scored 104 against them. Franz Wagner had just scored a season high of 32 against Phoenix the game before that. And what did he end up with? 16 or something? Franz got clamped. I need to see what he has right now against the Lakers. He ended up with 14 points, and Chris Dunn was guarding him a ton. What does he have at the half against the Lakers? He's got 18. He had 14 all game against the Clippers yesterday, and at the half right now against the Lakers, Magic down 67-60, and Franz Wagner has 18 points. Please come back and win, Magic. He was just named Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Really, really impressive victory by the Clippers last night. Once again, back at Intuit Dome. They've won 3 straight games, 6 straight at Intuit Dome, but 3 straight after losing 3 straight. OKC, then at Houston for 2. If you need an injury update, still no Kawhi, no Norman Powell tomorrow, but we knew that pregame before the game against the Magic. And PJ Tucker not with the team. Just in case you didn't know. Old Dirty Dasher, what's up? Harden guarded him some. They were switching Amir Coffey, who had a great game, obviously, getting the start without Norman Powell, and ending up with those 18 points, but 11 in the first quarter, just huge. He started 4-4 from the outside. Great game from Amir Coffey. Again, getting the starting nod with a man down. Next man up mentality. This team has been doing that for a while. Amir Coffey has been doing that for a while. So coming up, we'll talk about the Sacramento Kings and the game tomorrow night and see if the Clippers can sweep the 4-game homestand before they head out on the road for about 10 days. And it's not going to be easy. They won't see Paul George on Sunday in Philly. He's out with re-aggravating that left knee again with another hyperextension. They're calling it a bone bruise. He's out for the next 2 games at least. Old Dirty Dasher dropping the Amir Coffey nicknames. The Folger Soldier. The Brewmaster. Shout out Brian Seaman. Second half action just started, and a missed 3-pointer by Orlando as I'm watching this game live here. 67-60 Lakers. Third quarter is underway. God, I'm annoyed. Maddox said, which teams in the West could beat the Celtics, by the way? I think OKC healthy. LeBron 3, Lakers up 10. I think OKC healthy could. I think Denver would give them problems healthy. That was the matchup they definitely didn't want to see in the finals last year. I think Jason Tatum has even talked about that. Once Denver was out, they kind of knew they had it. Minnesota, maybe they could push them a little bit, but I think it's just Denver and OKC. And maybe if the Clippers made another move and had a healthy Kawhi, you never know. J-Dog said, potential comment of the day. People that just look at box scores and judge a player off that seem to not watch the game and see the context and timing of those buckets in KPJ's and Harden's case. Agree with you. That's why last night I highlighted all those key buckets by KPJ and also went back to his last 10 games where he's shooting 47% his last 10 games. Take out the first 6 games of the season, 47% now over his last 10 games. He's been shooting much better. He's been coming along. I think the coaching staff is more than vindicated for continuing to play him out there and letting him catch a rhythm. It's kind of happening right now. J-Dog said, I heard you also finally address it last night on Clippers Talk. Oh, yeah. Probably should have read that. LA Confidential 1 said, when are the Clippers going to drop the giveaway promotion schedule? I really like the hats they give out for Native American Heritage Night. Do you guys know if it's already out? Old Dirty Dasher said, watching KPJ early in season, it really seemed like he wasn't good. He has definitely improved. That's why you have to give a guy some time. He missed an entire year. Patience is key. Now, I said before, I would have tried somebody else, Jordan Miller or Bones Highland, so I'm guilty of it too. Because I want them to have a sense of urgency to keep up with the Houston Rockets so that they don't get that pick swap with OKC and end up with the 29th or 30th pick, whatever OKC ends up with in the first round. Lob from LeBron to AD, 72-63. Lakers up by 9. Maddox said, any news on when Kawhi will be back? Yeah, man. Like, Clippers were waiting to break it till I came on Clippers Talk. They were waiting for right now. No, man. Stop asking. Please, God, stop asking. I can't take it. I was already asked that earlier today by Fred Rogan. Now I expect that from Fred. And I get paid by AM 570. So I went on with him and Rodney Pete, Rogan and Rodney, as I do usually about once a week during the NBA season. A lot of fun. If you guys want to check that out, it's in the video section here on the YouTube side. But I was in at AM 570 LA Sports today. We had the nice microphone, and I clipped the sound and put the video to it. And it looks good. Maddox said, I think the Clippers or Warriors could beat the Celtics in a series. I do not think the Golden State Warriors could beat the Celtics in a series. I don't think the Clippers could right now either. I think Maddox is really overly optimistic. Jeffrey Beltran said, they did it really dumb this year, but yes, you guys got to go to the single game ticket screen. You'll see the promotions there. So they're up. All right. Clippers taking on the Sacramento Kings tomorrow night. Big game. I don't know where Clipper Darrell's at. I hope he's doing all right. Big game. And they beat Sacramento up in Sacktown already. That was not an in-season tournament game, if you care about such things, where the Clippers are 0-1 so far after losing their first one last Friday in Houston to the Rockets. But that was a big win against the Kings. That was, what's the date on that? I don't know, a week and a half into the season. Clippers won 107-98. It was another game where they had some bad turnovers late. They were up big, and as they have been up double digits so often so far this season, the turnovers, the self-inflicted wounds would get the Kings back into the ball game. They had Derrick Jones Jr. bringing it up late. James Harden had really bad turnover or 2, 3. They might have had like 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter of that game, to be honest. It was rough, but they ended up winning by 9. Last night, they won by 11, even with 25 turnovers against Orlando. In that game, though, James Harden had 22 points, but Norman Powell had 31. So your leading scorer against the Kings up in Sacktown is not available tomorrow at Intuit Dome against Sacramento. Norm was 5 of 9 from 3, 10 of 23 from the field. They also had a nice Amir Coffey game with 14 points. Kevin Porter Jr. had 11 on 5 of 9 shooting. That was when he was starting to come around a little bit. The Clippers got a game over 500 with that victory. Beats the Zubats had 13 and 15. DeMontis Sabonis had 23 and 12. And De'Aaron Fox had 31. Now, Sabonis and DeMar DeRozan have both been banged up. Sabonis had a back injury, but they both have been practicing. They have been off, I think, since Monday. Is that true? Or their last game was on Monday, I should say. Frame it that way. Magic within 4, 77-73 Lakers. Yeah, I think their last game was a 1-point loss to the Atlanta Hawks where De'Aaron Fox got blocked late by Dyson Daniels. Great defensive possession. So they've had 3 days off here. They are well rested, and it came at just the right time for them because Sabonis had been out, DeMar DeRozan, De'Aaron Fox was still playing, but it looks like while Sabonis and DeMar DeRozan will be playing tomorrow, it's unlikely that Malik Monk will be able to go, according to Mike Brown. Let me see what he's dealing with, Malik Monk. And he can get scorching hot and is scary. He hasn't played the last few games for them. Malik Monk is the guy who I think tied the game to go into double overtime in the 176-175 second highest scoring game ever that the Clippers lost to the Sacramento Kings a couple of years ago. Ankle sprain for Malik Monk. So DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, they're back, but Malik Monk looks to be out still. Does that offset the Clippers not having Norman Powell? I wouldn't go that far. Norman's been performing like a damn all-star, one of the top 15 players in the league to start off this season, honestly. Look at the numbers. Look at the efficiency. Stewberry Stew or Stewie B. Stewie said KPJ feels like a black hole with the ball, turnover prone with poor vision. He's had multiple games recently where he's either been second or first in assists. So it's like, I don't know what people are watching sometimes. Chris Elton said, poor cast for tomorrow's game. Clippers continue to sweep sack. Get on the board for it's Coffee to start again, 20-point game. The forecast or the forecast. Max Vegas said, what are you expecting from the Kings game? I'll talk about some of the numbers here in a second. Max Jeffrey said, thank God Daryl's gone. Jeez. Jeffrey said, all right. Maddox said, Nuggets are not good. I think they'll take a step back. Have no chance versus the Celtics. You're nuts, man. If you have Jokic, you have a chance. The Celtics knew last season. Ask Jason Tatum. That was the team that could beat them because they had nobody for Nikola Jokic. Absolutely nobody, especially with Kristaps Porzingis down. Maddox's analysis has been rough right here. Tom Rain said, hey, Adam, I had a really amazing experience at the game last night. My first into it. Awesome. Sat 4 rows behind Clippers bench. What a great experience. Glad you enjoyed yourself, Tom. Many more games to come into a dome. Easy O said, the Kings love killing us at our home normally. That's a good one to look up. I'm going to check on that in a second. ST said, more Miller time. Oh, yeah. He earned more after his performance. He was good. 8 points in 16 minutes. Got to the foul line. Got a couple of easy buckets. Robert said, we went up in the standings without playing. Tom Rain said, let's go Orlando. I think they got to within 1 here. That Mexican Nara said, Coffee will need to score another 18 tomorrow. Bay City RX7 said, hi, Adam. How's it going? Will the returning players on the Kings be on restrictions, you think? Oh, that's a good point. They could be this early in the season. I would not be shocked by that. But I think they had practiced the last 2 days. That makes me think they might be fully healed. Again, the Kings have had 3 days off. Will the Clippers ever get 3 days off? Did they even get that for the All-Star break? Okay. Sacramento, more questions. Maddox said the Clippers should beat the Kings tomorrow and Sixers on Sunday, but will lose to the Celtics on Monday. But you just said they could beat them in the playoffs. Old Dirty Dasher in the finals said CD got beat up and thrown into trash. 3 Trade Days said, I didn't want to say it, but I'm a real Clippers fan. Paul George held us back. 100. All I know is what's happening in Philly with the infighting and Paul George coming out on Podcast P and talking about the team meeting. Some wild stuff there. Suns have 6 days off. Are you bleeping kidding me? How? They played 7 and 11 days and now have 6 days off? Is that accurate? How is that possible? Maddox says, we'll only lose to the Celtics because we don't have Kawhi. Okay. Orlando ties it up at 77. Jalen Suggs at the free throw line. Second of 2. All right, can we stop talking about Clipper Darrell, especially in that light? I'm going to talk about the Sacramento Kings. They have the 6th best offense in the league. They do it differently, though. More on that in a second. The Clippers are rated 22nd offensively. Kings, 16th best defense, still struggling in that area. Clippers, 6th best. Pace, somebody brought up last night, they're going to have a tough time sticking with the Kings' pace. What they didn't realize was the Kings play at a slower pace now than they did a couple of years ago when they first made the playoffs for the first time in 16 years or whatever it was and broke the longest drought in, I think, the Big Three sports era of playoff droughts. I think it was the longest drought without making the playoffs the Sacramento Kings had in the NBA or MLB or the NFL. 16 years or so. But the Kings play at a slower pace. They're 17th. The Clippers are 21st. They're okay there. Clippers are 3rd in rebounding percentage. Kings are 9th. Kings 19th in offensive rebounding percentage. That's nice to see. The Clippers are 12th there. Clippers are now 1st in defensive rebounding percentage. It was Orlando last night. They were 1-2. They flipped after that game where the Clippers had 25 more rebounds. Kings are 10th in defensive rebounding percentage. Fast break points. This may surprise you, and this speaks to the Kings playing at a slower pace now. They're 26th in fast break points. They only score 13 points per game in the fast break. The Clippers are 15th. They score almost 16 points at 15.8 in the fast break in transition. Sacramento, though, defensively, they are great at limiting you in opponent fast break points. They're the 3rd best team. They only give up 11.4 fast break points per game. Clippers are awful in this area, of course, because of the turnovers, which has their defense in bad spots, giving up transition buckets. They are 26th in opponents' fast break points. They're giving up 17.1 per game. Kings are 15th in points in the paint at 48.8 points per game. The Clippers have dropped a lot since their 3-point shooting has gone up a little bit in points in the paint. They're right behind them. They're 17th at 47.9 points per game in the paint. Kings, like Orlando, have great interior defense, though. They are 3rd in opponents' points in the paint at 43 per game. Clippers decent there. They're 13th at just over 46 points they're giving up in the paint per game. Here's where the Clippers have been thriving, and I'm a little bit concerned about this because I don't think it's going to hold up. It may tomorrow, but over the rest of this season, the Clippers have been shooting lights out from distance, guys. That's kind of the dirty secret of how they are 7-3 their last 10 games. The Clippers have been lights out from distance. I tweeted this out earlier at Follow Adam A. I put up the post. So the Clippers, the last 10 games, are shooting 41.3% from 3. Second best team in the league from 3 over their last 10 games. And they're 7-3 over that time. I don't think that's sustainable. They are not a roster that is going to shoot 41% from 3, which would be historic the entire year. And without Norman Powell, last night, they still win 11 of 22 from the outside, but he is their best three-point shooter, and you add in the volume, he's so important to that, and he's a big part of 9 at least of those 10 games and why their three-point percentage is so high right now. So they're tied overall on the season, all 16 games. They're 4th in three-point shooting, the Clippers, because they got off to a slow start. Their first 6 games, they weren't great from beyond the arc. But they're still at 38% and 4th on the season. Kings are 23rd, Remember that bad preseason they had shooting the basketball from the outside? It has carried over. They're 23rd in three-point percentage, 34%. But here's what they make up for it. They're second in two-point percentage, the Sacramento Kings. They're at 59% on two-pointers, second in the league. Clippers just 23rd there when it comes to two-point percentage. They are 7% less and then some. They're only at 51.3% on two-pointers. Clippers good at perimeter defense, though. Their opponents, they're 10th in three-point shooting per game at 34.9%. So opponents have not been shooting the basketball well against the Clippers from the outside. The Kings, meanwhile, opponents are shooting very well against them from three. This is why the Clippers' hot shooting might hold up. Teams are shooting 38% from three against the Kings from distance. That is 27th in the league. They're right next to each other, by the way, and kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in free throws attempted, the Clippers and Kings. The Clippers are at 22.8 free throws attempted per game. The Kings are at 22.7 free throws attempted per game. Now, what about turnovers? This is a big issue for the Clippers, not so much for the Sacramento Kings. They take better care of the basketball. They only turn it over 13.9 times per game. That's 10th best mark in the league. The Clippers, 28th best. They're turning the ball over 17.3 times per game. So there's some of the numbers and tail of the tape heading into the game tomorrow. Tom Raines talking about the Magic. Yeah, they got the lead and they just challenged the play. Stewie B. Stewie said KPJ is a 2.9 assist and 2.3 turnover guy so far. I know, but he was really bad to start the season and has been better as of late and has led them in turnovers a few games. M7MD Boys said, what's good, Adam? Swagger of the red jersey is back. I'll put the picture up in a second here. LA Confidential has a prediction. Clips 110, Sacramento 102. If you didn't know, Big Brother Jake Warner, 3 hours before the game yesterday, predicted that the Clippers would win by 11. They won by 11. It was insane. I'm not kidding about this. He said this as he does once in a while. He'll have a prediction if he really feels something. The Oracle, Big Brother Jake Warner. Himothy said DeMar slows them down. I think there's something to that. X-Mongo Project said, how's Sac's three-point percentage? Has it improved? A little, but they're still at 34%. It's not good. Old Dirty Dasher said, is T-Man eligible for trade despite just signing a deal this offseason? Yes. That's why I muted that guy or gave him timeout, because now people think he can't be traded right now, which is not true. Some guy in here, Frank White, needs to get spanked right for setting traps. He kept saying Terrence Mann can't be traded till the offseason, and that's not true, guys. He can be traded. Zoo cannot be traded till the offseason. So that's exactly why I hate that stuff when somebody comes in here and just starts saying some phony baloney. Proboli said, who is the snitch that leaked the Philly meeting? Be funny if it was, well, I don't know who it was. I don't know. Leezy said, did we give T-Man his extension too early? No! They have a much larger body of work with Terrence Mann than just 16 games this season. It is a tradable contract still. They didn't give him the contract based off of 16 games. They gave it based off of 5 years, guys. You can't be a prisoner of the moment. Himothy said, inject more curl cuts for Jordan Miller, please. JM said, love the show. Moved in July to Sacramento for work. Hey, that's where I'm from. And was sad because I had season tickets for the Wall. I went to the home opener, but Clipper Vision in your streams makes me feel like I'm at home. Right on, JM. MKXLNT said, Clipper Nation worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. That Mexican Nars said, Monk being out helps, but the real problem is Fox. He dropped 31 on us last time in a loss. Sabonis dropped 23, but we have 2 bodies to throw at him this time. I like how the Clippers match up against Sacramento overall. I do. I like it more this year than the past couple of years. ST said the T and T-Man stands for tradable. Come on now. Stewie B. Stewie said, can you explain the difference between man and zoo trades, later signing date? I think that has something to do with it. It's complicated new CBA stuff. Bottom line is, man can be traded right now. Avisa Zubats can't until the offseason. White Boy Rick said, you look like someone who knows all the bowling champions the last 4 years. Okay. Steve said, any news on Norm past Friday's game? No, there isn't any. They're going to reevaluate him after Friday. That's what Coach Lou told us yesterday. So, how are you guys feeling about their chances against Sacramento? I'm feeling good. It's not going to be easy. I don't want to be overly confident. What I worry about is Sacramento having 3 days off and the Clippers eventually having a game where the turnovers catch up with them, because they have had 45 turnovers the last 2 games total, yet they got 2 victories out of it. Anthony Davis looking for a foul, didn't get it. Magic up 87-84, just under 2 minutes left here, third quarter. Franz Wagner wants to go to work against Connect, has a one-on-one. Pass behind him, three-pointer off the front of the rim. AD long outlet pass the other way to LeBron James. Easy scoop layup plus the foul. Are you kidding me? 87-86. LeBron has a chance to tie it at the free throw line with 1:34 left here in the third. Yes, I like Mo Bamba over Kai Jones. He's more seasoned. Kai had his shot. I don't think he was terrible or anything like that in his regular season minutes, but he definitely left the door open, and Mo Bamba's walking through it. Maybe hitting his head because he's pretty tall, but I'm very glad Mo Bamba's back because he just looks like a much more seasoned vet, even though he's still just 26. Hit a three-pointer against his former team in Orlando, and he and Mo Wagner, as Mo tipped the rebound over to his teammate here as LeBron missed the free throw, so the Magic still lead by 1, 87-86, nearing the end of the third. But Mo Wagner and Mo Bamba were getting after it. I should have pulled some of the tape just to show how physical they were against one another, 2 former teammates. They were battling. That was fun. That was a kind of game within the game individual battle that was going on. Come on, Franz. He just missed a wide open straightaway three-pointer. Lakers with the basketball. Bounce pass. Oh, my God. Reddish almost just yammed on Mo Wagner. No, that wasn't Reddish. 87-86. If Miller scores 20, we win. Ex-Melgar Project said. I can get with that. Here's what I like about this game. Jordan Miller, in their final preseason game, played really well against Keegan Murray. I like that matchup. I'm excited to see that again. Remember that last preseason game? Sabonis played 30 minutes. All their guys were playing and playing heavy minutes, but they didn't have De'Aaron Fox. And Jordan Miller looked great against real competition. That Mexican Nara said, with Norm confident, without Norm, not so much, to be honest. Well, they just won a game without Norm. Proboli said, Adam, what grade would you give Bamba since his debut? Probably a B, B-. Nothing crazy. He hasn't played heavy minutes, but he's been more than serviceable, like above average with this play, I would say. Steve said, definitely winnable. I think we need a team effort like we had against the Magic. Next man up. Magic up by 1, 89-88. 30 seconds left in the half. D'Angelo Russell just aired it. Magic are going to slow it down and not try 2 for 1 here. About a 5-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. Mo Wagner with it. Making Mo Wagner with the screen now. Franz with it. Oh, kick it out. Far side. Corner 3. Jonathan Isaac off the front of the rim. Lakers with the board. What else do we got? Next man up. Yeah, I like what you're saying, Steve. I like it. I also like a missed 3 from Dalton Connect. Wide open in the near side corner. Connect has been shooting 56% from 3 at home. I don't like it. LA Confidential said, I remember Bobby Jackson coming off the bench for Sacktown. He was a good 6 man. Yeah, he was. He won a 6 man of the year award. Like in 03. Love Bobby Jackson with the high socks. Bay City YRX7 said Clippers softening up another team for the Lakers. Looks like they have a few seconds when teams come to LA. Sloppy seconds. Maddox said Jokic is not better than Kawhi. Adam, stop it. Let's see. Jokic has won 3 out of the last 4 regular season MVPs, I think. A finals MVP more recently. Jokic is better than Kawhi right now. Until Kawhi, he also beat Kawhi in a playoff series in the bubble. There is no evidence at all. There is no line of thinking that you can say right now that Kawhi is better than Nikola Jokic. That is a clear-cut timeout. I'm sorry. I got to be honest about it. Kawhi's not even playing. He lost a playoff series to him that they were up 3-1 in. And since then, Jokic has won 3 MVPs in the regular season, a finals MVP. Yeah, you're completely out to lunch. Maddox has been a space cadet in it for a bit here. Bay City RX7 said, I come from the land down under. Old Dirty Dasher said, do you think Norm is leading in most improved player so far? Probably, but it's so early. He's played 15 games. Larissa said, it's Miller time. Can't wait to see this matchup. Proboli said, would like to see Kai Jones get some G League reps now that Bamba is back. Me too. Bay City RX7 said, somebody say beer. Okay. Timothy said, it is frustrating Magic role players are missing wide open threes while they were hitting shots yesterday. That's not true. They weren't hitting shots against the Clippers. Do you want me to give you the evidence of that? There's this historical evidence called a box score. They went 8 of 35 from 3. 8 of 35 from 3. That's 22%, almost 23%. I know every fan thinks that they get a team on a hot night every time. The Clippers have not dealt with that a lot. I'm telling you, teams are only shooting 35% against them from the outside so far. They've probably been fortunate. Joe Rosenfeld said, am I a bad, petty fan for loving the entertainment going on in Philly? I don't know. We try to focus on the Clippers here. I can't help myself. I was reading the comment section when that new Podcast P episode dropped earlier today just to see what Philly fans were saying, and oh my God. Adrian said, I'm overly confident because our lucky charm, Jordan Miller, is playing. That's one of the things that makes his thoughts flawed. Also, 3 MVPs, a playoff series won against Kawhi. I don't care if it was in the bubble. He still won it. It's better to win it. And a finals MVP since Kawhi's won a ring. Tom Rain said, was cool to see Norm in the stands of the wall last night. That was one of my favorite moments so far this season. Somebody said in the chat pregame that was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen. I want to get in the wall like that with a handheld remote microphone and talk back and forth with Carlo and interview fans. AL said, I saw a chart that had Norm first in most improved player and Zoo in the top 10 as well. Makes sense. Magic up by 3. I kind of like doing these Clippers Talk lives during Lakers games just to have fun rooting against them. Oh, fade away, near side, short corner on the baseline from D'Angelo Russell, rims out. 91-88 Magic. They got it topside with Jalen Suggs, who drives down the right alley. Euro steps, has to give it up, loses the basketball. That's going to be a travel. Yeah, I don't think a Laker knocked it out of his hands. Now he raises his arm, says, my bad. Magic up by 3, Lakers with the basketball, 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Timothy says, Isaac was 2 of 4 from threes. Anthony, I don't care. I don't care. They ended up shooting 23% from 3. There is no room to complain, Timothy. Absolutely none. That was not a good shooting night from the Magic. Franz missed some gimmies. Jonathan Ing said, everyone see that Philly fan with the diss track for PG? Philly fans knives out. Didn't expect it this early. Boom! Mo Wagner 3 on the right wing. 94-90. Getting a little revenge against his former team. The Lakers drafted him. D'Angelo Russell tries the reprisal. Air ball on the left wing from distance. Out of bounds. Orlando basketball. 94-90. 10:21 left here in the fourth quarter. I like what I'm seeing. Come on, Magic. If you believe in magic. I need this. I need this tonight. Chat, we need this. Oh, the Schadenfreude. Oh, my God. Mo Wagner just blew a layup on the left block. Lakers coming back the other way, left to right. Here's Connect. Puts it on the floor. Attacks. Floater. Float game is true. 94-92 from the dotted line from about 9 feet out. I don't like seeing that. Just under 10 minutes left here in this ball game. All right. X Mongo Project said, was Norm taking a shot at PG again with the wall comment? I think he was just standing up for Clipper Nation. Like he's a Clipper. Oh, reverse layup from Suggs. Did he get the foul? How is that not a foul? What do they call it? An offensive foul on Suggs? You guys are going to see me freak out in real time now. They called him for hooking? What? He went around. I think it was Reddish with his left arm. Offensive foul. Lakers getting some calls here. Connect three-pointer. Lakers up 95-94. Oh, my God. For the record, I had Westside Connect Gang before Snoop Dogg. I said it on draft night. It's documented at Follow Adame. Check the date. It's time-stamped. Lakers lead by 1 after a right-wing 3 from Dalton Connect. Well, that was fun. Proboli said, I'm saddened by how Team Man has been this season. Really thought he would be providing the production we are seeing from Coffee plus more. Some guys are performing and really making up for the lost production, and some are struggling right now. Maybe when Coffee, who is shooting, what is he at, 45% from 3 or something like that? Whenever he cools off, maybe Terrence Mann picks it up. Steve said, favorite moment of the season so far. I love the Amir Coffee block on Steph Curry on that rear view contest because I love defense. Last season, it was the block that Kawhi Leonard had on SGA when they won that game at Crypto over OKC in December. Ooh, Jonathan Ing said, I think Norm has more pride for being a Clipper than PG ever did. Timothy said, man, I just want the Lakers to lose. These Western Conference teams keep winning games. Same as it ever was. Tom Rain said, Adam, you're pretty committed. Thank you. I love listening to your shows while I'm at work or driving to the game like last night. Appreciate the support, Tom. The more people say they enjoy the show, well, it gives me more encouragement to keep going. Daniel said, okay. Bay City RX7 said, worst thing for P, that podcast, I think, should have started at the end of his career. Well, he is 34 now. Yeah, I just don't know how that's going to play if they keep losing in Philadelphia. Those fans, like, I think it's already at the point where he might get booed the next home game. That's how rabid that fan base is. Things could not have started worse than they have so far for Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers this season. Honestly, 2-12, been banged up. It's been unbelievable. I thought a week ago, I was like, they could still be a top 6 seed. Now, maybe, but they're looking at the play-in, I think. I don't know. This is too deep of a hole with Embiid. To me, the biggest issue with Philly is it still comes down to, can Embiid still play like an MVP at a superstar level? Or is that meniscus injury, has that slowed him down? Because he hasn't looked right. I think he had 35 last night in their loss in Memphis, but movement-wise, I'm concerned. And I love Joel Embiid. But that report of Maxey having to tell him to show up on time for meetings that's pretty glaring. That's really disappointing as an Embiid fan. If that's true. Lakers up by 1, 9 minutes left here. Jonathan Isaac takes his man off the dribble, gives it up an offensive foul. Anthony Davis was waiting for him just outside the restricted area on the left block. Lakers are going to win this game. I give up. Jonathan Ing said PG has no idea how forgiving we Clippers fans were with him. I don't know if he understands what he's in for in Philadelphia. Everybody knew that this was a distinct possibility. But we were talking about, I expected him to get off to a good start. He usually does. I expected them to, but without Embiid, and then Maxey goes out, and Paul George got injured in the preseason, which is the same injury that he has now. Happened again. Hyperextended the left knee. 96-95. Who was that? Free throw line jumper. 8:33 left in the fourth quarter. Magic up by 1. LeBron, right wing, three-pointer, bottom. 98-96. Big shot. What's LeBron shooting from 3 so far this season? Didn't he shoot 41% from 3 last year? Sorry, hairball. This is not good for the live. I'm sorry. Apologize. And we're tied back up at 98. Monk is scary. He's not playing tomorrow, it sounds like. So you don't have to worry about Malik Monk, which is kind of a big deal. I still don't think it's a fair trade-off with the Clippers not having Norman Powell, you know. They're the team that's at a bigger disadvantage because they don't have Kawhi still. And LeBron just hit a straightaway 3 from 28 feet out, 101-98, 7:47 left in the fourth quarter. My goodness. I think Donnie Wahlberg's there. Oh, this is annoying. I always wondered, what if LeBron, turned into a better shooter at the end of his career? And it's kind of happening. He needed to. It's happening. He put in the work. Bay City RX7 said, longer the season goes on, looks like Clippers organization made the right choice for letting PG go. I thought it was the right choice immediately. If it's let PG go or sign PG for $200 million and be in cap hell while you're still probably not a contender because you don't know if Kawhi's going to be back or if Paul George can stay healthy himself. He's had his own issues, obviously. I mean, I didn't have any issue with it. I thought they reloaded beautifully. Got under the first apron. Used the non-taxpayer mid-level exception. LeBron from 3 again. Again. Did they take the other one away? Why would they have taken it away? It's 102-98. 7-0 Lakers run. They're up by 4. 7:23 left. Oh, he's amazing. I said after he came back down 3-1 in 2016, I'm not arguing with anyone that thinks he's the best player of all time. And I stick to that. X-Mongo Project said, now I'm amazed how we survived having PG and Doc together that one healthy year. Did they survive? How did they survive? They lost in the second round up 3-1. That's surviving? And then the Athletic article came out afterwards that there was some infighting. That's one way to put it. Timothy said, yeah, good game. LeBron is taking over. Steve said, do you think Ty has a shot at Coach of the Year somehow this year with a good enough record? Would love for him to get his flowers. It's possible. Some, though, might start crediting, as we all have, Jeff Van Gundy so much. But I think Coach Lue has done a masterful job to start this season with rotations. The timeouts, the sense of urgency with timeouts. And listen to him last night. They won the game, and he's frustrated as hell. 25 turnovers. Because that reflects on the head coach. That's embarrassing. They did not overachieve with that team the first year of 213 X-Mongo Project. I could time out you for this. They did not overachieve at all. My God. That team was stacked, dude. Trez, Sweet Lou, far from overachieving. Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. David Hong said, don't worry about T-Man. Even Norm used to have slow starts. He is now on fire. That's not a bad point. They're two totally different players, so I don't know if there's really any correlation there other than other NBA player has also started slow before, and then he pulled out of it. I would say the more direct correlation is Terrence Mann has started slow before, and then he has turned things around. Does anyone else think the 1920 team overachieved? They were up 3-1. Yeah, because Montrezl Harrell blew up his knee, unfortunately. He had a devastating knee injury. He wasn't out of the league for no reason or just because his skill set fell off. Oh, y'all killing me. Context is your friend. Lakers up 105-98. So they changed the score back. So that first LeBron 3 did count. And what, he's hit 3 now here in this fourth quarter, a right wing 3 and 2 straightaway 3-pointers. Magic down by 7. They are going to lose this game. They give the ball up. Oh, D'Angelo Russell with the deflection. Far side corner connect. Good defense by Franz Wagner on him. Back to LeBron James. Swings it to the right side. D'Lo, 3-pointer, short. Suggs with the board. Magic still down 7. Yeah, they underachieved, if anything. That is crazy. That is crazy talk. I don't care the mentality. With that much talent, they absolutely underachieved. Yeah, Trez is playing overseas, and I would love for him to get back into the league. So if anyone wants to check out the website, 5-point game. I don't think the red jerseys, I didn't see them up for sale. I'm going to check out the tweet I saw earlier. My guy Grant Mona, had it first. And can we stop with the Clippers overachieved with that roster? I find that offensive. LeBron dunk, I find that offensive too. So here's the tweet from Grant Mona. Here's the red jerseys debuting tomorrow. Lakers up 107-100 halfway through the fourth quarter. I didn't know they were coming so soon. I thought it was going to be January. I absolutely love these jerseys. It was long overdue for them to return the red jerseys. Do you guys remember what was the last year that the Clippers had the red jerseys? Does anybody know here? These are fire. Or they're red. They're beautiful. They're exactly what people want. I love how they have the emblem here at the bottom, their new insignia on the bottom of the right side of the shorts. The Jumpman logo. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, these are insanely beautiful. X-Mongo project needs to let it go, dude. It's over. Please. Jonathan Ing said, even if we underachieved, I wasn't clowning. Yeah, both things can be true here. I understand what you're saying, Jonathan. 2016 was the last time the Clippers wore red jerseys. I don't know if because they're debuting them tomorrow, are they on sale tomorrow? That I don't know. If anybody has that information, I would be interested in that. Lakers turnover. Suggs is a dog. Jalen Suggs. And this is a guy who could score at Gonzaga. And now it's kind of like Chris Dunn. And I guess he is averaging 15 points per game so far. But it's kind of like Chris Dunn to me. Good scorer, individual scorer in college, leans on his defense in the pros. So the 15-16 season with the large logo was the last time they wore red. Franz Wagner, 3-pointer bottom. 107-105. Magic down 2, 5:20 left, fourth quarter. Eric Gordon, rookie year red jerseys. Let's see. David Hong said the current Clippers were like piranhas, not just one to hurt the opposing team. Huh. Bunch of them just nibbling away. Tom Raines agrees. Suggs is a badass. D Flow said, why don't they sell the authentic shorts anymore? I don't know. Somebody on that? What else we got here, Clipper Nation? Yeah, the red jerseys. I'll go back to some of the ones that people liked. Red jerseys. Let me go to Clippers. I did this with, who was it? Carl Tart. We went through the history of Clippers jerseys here. So I'll put this up for you, and we can get a look at some of the past red jerseys in particular. So here's the new ones. Oh, let's see which ones you guys like and don't like. So let's see. Somebody said the 2015-2016 season was the last time. Oh, close. 2016-2017 season. Now, I don't know if you like these reds. I like the new logo much more than the kind of @ sign LA Clippers logo. I like these. They wore these on Christmas Day. Does anyone have this jersey? This exclusive Christmas Day jersey from 2016? Oh my God. Anthony Davis 3. 110-105 Lakers. He's been shooting it well from the outside to start the season. JJ Redick's got him doing that. Now, does anybody have or talk about the red jerseys on that Christmas Day? Magic. I can't take it. All right. Red jerseys here. 2014-2015 season. This is one, you remember Blake wearing a ton. You remember him in this jersey. This was the one that was worn during the Lob City era all the time. And it's not bad. I like the new ones a lot more. I did like this LA Clippers logo. The LA with the C in between. I was a bigger fan of that than the @ symbol logo I was just referencing. Like this one. I don't know if I love this jersey, but I don't hate it. The Adidas. What a great website here. Same one there in 2013, 2014. Same one there. Ooh, these were the Christmas ones in red in 2012, 2013. If Clippers played on Christmas, they'd definitely be wearing the red jerseys this year, but they're not playing on Christmas. 110-107. Magic within 3. I don't like the inverted colors here, the embossed logo as much. It's okay. I don't hate it, but I just don't love it. I like it. You guys think Elton Brand? Well, not with those ones though. He didn't wear those ones. Those were worn by Blake Griffin. Yeah, Elton Brand was a beast. The problem with Elton Brand was, for his legacy, his prime was so short-lived because of the Achilles injury. It's just not fair. Going further, 2011, 2012, same red jerseys. See, these are just the Lob City era red jerseys. You just see them over and over again through the years. They wore that from 2010 to 2015. Those were their away jerseys, I guess. So now we can get to something that Elton Brand wore. He wore these red jerseys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he wore these at the very end. But he wore a jersey I liked much more than that. As we go back a little bit further. So they started wearing those in 2006. This is the one with the lighter blue. This is kind of interesting. Background on top of the white Clippers script here. What do you guys think of that? Then they changed it to the darker blue to match, I don't know, the down the sides of the jersey, that color blue. What else we got here? Jay talking about Darius Miles, Q Rich, Knuckleheads. Those are the red jerseys I think most people long for. Some people did like that Christmas jersey. Which Elton Brand jersey or which Blake jersey should be retired? So we got David Hong. Have to forgive EB now. He played under Donald Sterling era. Totally different time. Walk a mile in his shoes. That's not a bad point. X-Mongo Project said, I just saw a YouTube video about a breakdown about CP3's game yesterday about him being a point guard. I forgot how good that team was. Yeah. Lob City feels further away than it actually was sometimes. Does anyone else feel like that? Because we've had, I don't know, transitional era, the 2-1-3 era. Now we're somewhere else. 3 trade days, said Bones Highland eating. You're saying he's in the doghouse. Jay said my first jersey was the EB blue jersey from Los Angeles in red, I believe. This one with the lighter blue background is kind of interesting to me. What else do we got here with the red? So they wore that light blue for a bit. Elton was definitely wearing that. Excuse me. So it was dark to light blue. 0102 is the darker blue background here. And actually the blue on the sides looks different. I kind of like this one. And I do like that LAC logo there. I don't know if you guys are with me. I like the new one more, but I don't think that was a bad alternate. Now we get to some reds that I think people really liked. The Lamar Odom red jersey. This is it right here, right? This is the one. People are into this red. I can get with this all day. Anthony Davis dunk. 5-point game, 3 minutes left. Lakers up by 5. This jersey here, this right here, I like this. And that had the lighter blue, which I'm always a fan of. Jonathan Ing said, I think we remember early Lob City days more fondly. Late Lob City was not fun anymore, and the body language on all the players was visible at times. Yeah. Ezio said, do we think we will ever get the Braves jerseys again? Chris Kaman jerseys. The Fry guy said, seriously, Lob City feels decades ago. The Derek Jones Jr., excuse me, that's not Derek Jones Jr., that's DeAndre Jordan. Lobs, oh no, that is Derek Jones Jr. Sorry, he just wants to be called DJ, I think. Lobs this season to DJ have almost given me some nostalgia for that time. Feels like he's getting at least one every game. Bay City RX7 said, Lob City when I got into the Clips 100%. I almost accidentally exited the chat here. Are you guys still with me? They really did their work on this website. Impressive. Lakers up by 2, 2:28 left. Looks like Austin Reeves will head to the free throw line. So they wore these red ones that I really like throughout the entire 90s. What about these late 80s Danny Manning red jerseys with Los Angeles? I don't hate this. What do you guys think of this with the Los Angeles script instead of the Clippers script before they went to that in the 90s? Ooh, rebounded by Jalen Suggs. Orlando down by 2 with the basketball. 2 minutes left. Franz Wagner, pass outside to Gary Harris. Drives, kicks it back to Franz. Wide open right wing. 3-pointer. Puts it up and puts it in. Orlando leads by 1, 113 to 112. 2 minutes left. Lakers with the basketball from Crypto.com Arena. How about that? I think we're back in business. That was a great play by Gary Harris to go back to Franz Wagner, relocate on that right wing. No confusing message. You guys don't like, you think this blue is hideous? Really? I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Maybe I just like any of the jerseys in red for the most part. Just that's one of their main colors. They haven't been wearing it for so long. Oh, LeBron with the offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Lakers back up by 1, 114 to 113. 137 left, fourth quarter. Magic with the basketball right to left. Suggs with the ball. Brings it beyond the half-court line into the front court. Looks to get to Franz Wagner. He's got Reeves on him in a mismatch. Mid-post, near side. Backs it up as the double team comes back to Suggs, who misses the 3 long off the back of the iron, and LeBron skies for the rebound. Long outlet pass to Anthony Davis, who slams it with 2 hands. Lakers up by 3, 116 to 113, 117 left here in the fourth quarter. Sorry to show that excitement for the Lakers. I was just trying to be professional. Damn. Jonathan Ing, I'm more of a fan of white lettering with colored trim for the red. Okay, let me go back a little bit further here as I try to ignore the fact that the Lakers just went up by 3. I didn't see it. Yeah, those were the first red jerseys they wore. Those Danny Manning ones. Those were the first. Unless you count the burnt orange in Buffalo, the Braves jerseys. So that was the first time they introduced them in the 87-88 season. And there you have it. The history of the red jersey that returns tomorrow for your Los Angeles Clippers. Historic day. And they'll be playing on a red outline border court for the in-season tournament. God, that was a ridiculous outlet pass. Hit ahead by LeBron James there. Oh, pain. Pain. Timothy saying Magic is showing their age down the stretch. Tom Rain said, I can't concentrate on the jerseys until I see the Lakers lose. Well, you might have to wait a while. I'm always rooting against the Lakers. I was born up in Sacktown. What do you think it is? Part of the reason I started to like the Clippers in the early 2000s going to college down here was just because it's anti-Laker. And the Knuckleheads. They had me at the Knuckleheads. And the Perfect Score movie with Darius Miles. Jalen Suggs drives down the right alley, throws up a shot, foul on the floor. I'm guessing they're in the penalty. They're in the bonus. Suggs to the free throw line. Can get it to within 116-113. Lakers leading by 3. Just over a minute left here in the fourth quarter. Steph Curry liked the wall in the Intuit Dome. Jay said, glad my son is getting to watch a good game, though. He has good seats, too. But anyways, me and him are going to the Clippers game tomorrow. Let's go! Suggs, please. First of 2 is up and in. 116-114. 104 left here in the fourth quarter. Magic trailing by 2 at Crypto. Jalen Suggs with the Civil War-like bandage that he wears on the headband. It is it's thick, it's wide, very wide. Takes a deep breath. He doesn't have the wall going against him now. He's at Crypto.com Arena. Off the front of the rim and out. Lakers with the basketball as Austin Reeves comes up with the Plinko chip-like rebound that bounces around. Left to right. Lakers up by 2, 116-114. They bring it into the front court. LeBron now has the top side. Isaac on him. Wants to get to Anthony Davis. They're denying him the basketball. Orlando couldn't deny it this time as he gets it to AD. AD back to LeBron on the left wing. Still working. Jonathan Isaac hedges over on him. The double. LeBron goes baseline. Up and under move and draws the foul. LeBron to the free throw line for 2. 39 seconds left. Lakers up 116-114. There was 0.6 seconds left on the shot clock. Tom Rain said it. Bailout. Not a foul. Oh, can we review this? Please. 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 Who came up with it? Oh, and the ball goes into Franz Wagner's hands. I think they're going to review this. Are they, guys? You're ahead of me. LeBron's saying he got hit on the elbow. That looked like a little Space Jam 2 acting job, if you ask me. But then again, I'm wearing rose-colored Clippers red glasses because the red jerseys are back. All right. Enough caffeine for me tonight. We'll finish when the Lakers game finishes here. God, I don't want to end like that, though. That's a rotten ending to a Clippers talk show. What do you guys think? Foul? Superstar call? Forget superstar call. LeBron James call? Now, he was trying to initiate the contact. He was very animated with his drive there. Tom Rain said not a foul. Trenton Flowers has been good. Give him his flowers. What's the Clippers G League San Diego Clippers record right now? Oh, God. I don't need stuff like this. This is a straight timeout. Straight timeout. How could they get Kevin Durant? They do not have the assets to get Kevin Durant. There's like no way. Unless they say Jonathan Isaac got him with the body, his chest to the back of LeBron. That's not much. And the ball goes right to Franz Wagner, of course. It wasn't a review. I don't have the sound on, guys. LeBron at the charity stripe for 2. The score just changed, by the way. It just said 116 to 115 for a second. Now LeBron, I think, saw it. Why'd they change the score? And now he's wondering. They put it back to 114. Lakers should be up by 2. 39.1 seconds left. Fourth quarter. Was it reviewed or not? They upheld it? Is that what you're saying, Tom Raines? Oh, LeBron misses the first off the front of the iron. This is his Achilles heel. Free throw shooting. Don't you spoil it for me, chat. I'm a little bit behind. I'm guessing he's hitting the second here, and he does. Magic with the basketball trailing by 3. 39.1 seconds left. Fourth quarter action. Franz Wagner brings it into the front court. He's that skilled. Has it on the left wing. Working against it. Looks like Reddish on him. Has a slip screen. Pulls up. Three-pointer. Long off the back of the iron. Battle for the board. And it goes out off of Jalen Suggs. Lakers are going to win the game. All right, I'm out of here, chat. I don't want you to see my utter despair. Have we gotten a win every time I watch a Lakers game while we're doing a live chat? Have they won every time so far? Are they about to be 10-4 or 11-4? I don't want to think about it. I'm thinking about the Clippers taking on the Kings tomorrow, wearing those beautiful red jerseys. That's what this is about. But I still have to give away this hat. Into a Dome hat. Whoever puts the best comment in the comment section after this live is over, whoever does it best, obviously it's up to my interpretation of what that is. I'm giving out the hat. Will win this Into a Dome hat. I mean, in the next minute, when this thing shows up and we're done with the live, and you can leave a comment, and I think you can actually right now, best comment that is left will win it. 2-point game. Wait a second, Adam. 118, 116. Franz Wagner with the scoop layup. Timeout. 20.2 seconds left. Magic down 2. It does feel like this. And I understood it more back when, I don't know, both teams were playing at the same arena. Why is this happening still? I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. All right, best comment in the comment section, not the chat section, the comment section, will win the Into a Dome hat. Surprise me. Say something creative, funny, informative. Could be anything. Appreciate you guys. This has been another edition of Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Moslem. We will talk to you pregame tomorrow at 6:30 from Into a Dome. Clippers take it on the Sacramento Kings. Talk to you then.